And we are diving into the linear inequality. In the previous video, we have done some work examples on them, and so we have continued from where we have stopped. And please, if this is your first time of hitting my channel, don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe so that YouTube can promote my videos to a lot of audience, and you can share to your friends to bless them as well, because I believe that you are coming to catch something very important. So the question given to us here is that solve the following inequalities and illustrate the result on a number line. So the first thing the question is asking you to do is to solve the equation, and the next thing is to draw a number line to represent that particular information or the result that you have gotten. Alright, so without wasting time, let's pick the first question. The first one is A, which is x minus 4 less than 16 minus 4x. So the sign here is what is given in the name. If there's an equal sign, then we call it what? Linear equations. But once it is not an equal sign, but it takes the sign of greater than or equal to sign, then we say that it is under linear inequality. So it means that they are not equal. This side is less than this side. The left hand side is less than the right hand side. That is what it means. So when you find your result and you substitute x back, the value you get here must be less than the value over there. So let's do that. So the first question is, that's A, x minus 4 less than 16 minus 4x. So here it is cooked for you already, so you simply group like terms, bringing the variable to one side and the non-variable to the other side. But in this topic, I admonish that we always group the variables to the left, okay, because of this sign, so that you can know how to manipulate it. So I have x standing here, and I bring this other one, so which is negative here, coming here will be positive. And note, the sign will not be affected. This sign is only affected when you are dividing by a negative value or multiplying by a negative value. And this is equal to 16. The negative 4 here coming across, coming across the sign also give me positive 4. Now x plus 4x is 5x less than 16 plus 4 is 20. So I divide through by 5 divided by 5, and my x is less than 4. Now remember, at this step I didn't quickly divide it through. If you divide through, you are skipping this step, so you have to rewrite it before you do the division, and that is where students lose marks. You do your calculations and you have done it, but when the results are out, they realize that you have mess ups in the way. So it's because of these small mistakes, and then you have to conclude that the value of x is less than 4. Now, to illustrate that on the number line, you need to get a number line straight. The number line is always divided into two sections, the negative side and the positive side, which is the middle is the 0. To the left is negative, so I can have negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. So I'm using a scale of 2 centimeters, 2 units. That is what I'm using, so 2 units. So here 2, I use 2, 4, 6, 8, and always up to infinity. Now, if the value here is big and you don't want to draw the number line very long, that is when you have to choose your value or the unit here very carefully, so I can easily get the 4 inside there. Okay, now you identify the 4, that is our solution, and you draw a simple dot on it, and where the head is following is less than, so make sure that your arrowhead also follow that end. That is the simple way of going about it. So it's less than, so your arrowhead must follow that, so it means that it cannot go this way, and you write the solution on it. Now, because it's just strictly less than, you see that I didn't say the inside here. If it was less than or equal to, you have to say the whole thing. And that is how you draw the number line for this particular question. Okay, so let me solve this one before we come to the B. So the C is 5 plus 11x greater than or equal to 49. And here we already have our 11x here, so I can just group like things by bringing the 5x over the 5 over there, right hand side. So 49, 5 here is positive, coming to this side will be negative 5. So 11x greater than or equal to 49 minus 5 is going to be 44. And again, I always admonish that at this level, always use your calculator to confirm your working so that you don't make mistakes. So if you type in 49 minus 5 is telling us what? 44. And then you divide 2 by 11. So divide here by 11 and divide here 2 by 11. Then it means that your x is greater than or equal to, so 44 divided by 11 is going to give you 4. So you write the 4 there. Alright, so this is the solution for this one. But again, the second part of the question is saying that we should illustrate this particular result on a number line. So you have to draw the number line. Okay? So I'm drawing the number line here. Okay, so I have my 0, negative 2, negative 4. I have here 2, 4, 6. Now the result is positive 4, which means on this side. And the next thing we got to look at is the sign. Why is it following? It is greater than, so it's, the arrow is like this. So I have to draw it that way. And I write it there. X greater than or equal to 4. And finally, what you got to look at is that it is greater than or equal to, which is not just greater than. And because of that, we have to shape this. Okay? So when you are drawing, make sure that this line is straight, because I'm using freehand here. So you said it because it's greater than or equal to, which means that the value of 4 is part of x. So x can be 4 or greater than 4. But here, x can never be 4. It will always be less than 4. That is what this one is telling us. But this one is saying that x is greater than or equal to 4. So x can be greater or equal to what? 4. So your result will always be at least correct. And I say again, you can always prove that to see if you are correct. So here we have 5 plus 11 and x is 4. So this is equal to 5 times, plus 44, and this is equal to what? 49. And that proves to us that x is true, because this side is equal to this side. And the thing is saying that x is either greater than this side is either greater than or equal to 49. So once I get the 49, then it proves that it's correct. But if it were to be this one, that value will not be had. Alright? So let's deal with the B part of the question. So the B part of the question is given to us as B. 2x plus 1 over 3 minus 3x minus 1 over 2 less than or equal to 0. So here, because it's in the fraction form, you will have to find the LCM. And the LCM of the denominators, 2 and 3. That's 2 and 3, it's 6. So you multiply 2 the whole thing by 6. So So take 6 times each term, 2x plus 1, all on 3, minus 6 times 3x minus 1, all on 2, less than or equal to 6 times 0. 6 divides 3 times the numerator. So 6 divided by the with 2, and 2 times the numerator. You just put in the bracket. This is mean multiplication. Minus 6 divided by 2, that will give me 3, multiplied by the numerator. Less than or equal to 6 times 0 is 0. Now we go ahead and expand the bracket. So 2 times 2x will give me 4x plus 2 times 2 is 2. Negative 3 times 3 give me negative 9x. Negative 3 times negative 1 will give me positive 3, right? Negative times negative is positive, and this is less than or equal to 0. We can sum all the variables and group the non-variables also together. So we have 4x minus 9x. We are taking the bigger number from the smaller number, which means you get a negative answer. Okay, so you get a negative 5, but you can use your calculator to always prove that. So just take 4 minus 9, and that will give you negative 5. Okay, so negative 5x plus 2 plus 3 is 5, and less than or equal to 0. Here we can now group like terms. Leave the variable to the left hand side, pick this one across the equal sign, and it's positive here, coming here will be negative. Now divide through by negative 5, because that is, I'm looking for x. Divide it by negative 5, that is negative 5. And x is, because I'm dividing by the negative sign, then this sign will change to greater than or equal to. Let's cancel that, and that will give me 1. So 1. Now my x is greater than or equal to 1, because I'm dividing by what? The negative sign. If I was multiplying through by the negative sign, to eliminate this, it means the sign will also change. That is, if I multiply negative here to eliminate this negative, and multiply negative here to eliminate, then the sign will also change. Now we can illustrate this on a number line. Okay, so we have 0, 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2. Now the sign is going this way, and my 1 is here. So just draw it and get your line drawn. So x is greater than or equal to 1. Now you also know that it is greater than or equal to, so therefore I shade this portion of it. Right? So this is how to calculate the question and draw the number line very accurately. So determining where the direction of the line is just gotten from the sign here. It's greater than that. The arrow is moving to the right hand side. So this is it. Again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do me a favor by subscribing, like and share, so that YouTube will promote my videos to a lot of audience. If you want me to make specific video for you, put it in the comment section, and I'll be happy to create that on that particular topic for you. The things I'm using for this recording, that's my tripod stand, my microphone, and other things, will be kept in the description. You can go and get them for yourself if you want to get them. And I have released a book on Amazon, Mastering Your Mathematics. If you want to get it for yourself, the link will be kept in the description, so you can go and get it and go and buy from Amazon. Thank you, and have a nice